This seminar is brought to you by Rapala.
I'm Captain George Gozdz, host of Time Florida Sportsman, and today I'm going to talk to you about choosing the right hard bait for the right situation. We all have our favorite hard bait in the tackle box, but sometimes, if that top water plug's just not working, you're going to have to switch it up. Conditions change, fish feeding behaviors change, and you have to adapt with your lures. First, top water plug. What a great search bait, low light conditions. There's nothing that beats a top water plug. Out on the flats, typically before 8 or so in the morning or late in the evening, an hour or two before sun goes down, these fish are looking at the top water column. They're aggressively feeding at that time of the day. It's a great search bait. You can cover a lot of water with it, and it's the bait that I go to in those situations. So next we have the mid-level or subsurface bait. And this can really vary in where you're fishing. If I'm on the flats, mid-level maybe 2 feet of water, where if I'm offshore, mid-level maybe 20 feet of water. But typically these are lipped plugs, and these are for fish that are not actively feeding on the surface. If I want to get it down mid-level, just below the surface, as the sun begins to rise, I'm going to pick up a plug like this. And finally we have the deep lip plugs. Now, a lot of situations you have fish that primarily feed on the bottom, let's say a redfish, or let's say if the conditions are cold and snook are on the bottom, or if I'm targeting that grouper on the bottom. This is a situation where I want to dredge the bottom. And these are the plugs to do it. Deep lip plug like this, for bass, get down to the bottom on those cold days. Or if I'm trolling for grouper, this is the plug that I'm going to use. So keep in mind the different water columns when you're fishing hard baits. The top's not always a ticket, the bottom's not always a ticket. But if you have a variety on board, top water, subsurface, and a bottom dredging bait, I think it's going to make you a more successful angler.